box in association with Untitled 2. Now, today I'm going to do an inbox review of, a brand new kit released from Hobby Boss. No idea how long it's been out. I don't think very long. I've just seen a few people on Facebook saying they've received it. I received mine this morning. I'd like to say thanks to Robert Alclad for getting me this kit to review, and I will build it. This will be next up on the bench after I've finished a couple of kits. I've been looking forward to this. There is the Italeri option, or Italeri option, whatever you want to call it. I don't like that one. It's not perfect. Obviously this won't be perfect, but that one, many flaws in the kit itself. Now this, as I said, is a brand new tool, and looking at the side I'm looking at some CAD drawings. Hopefully I'll show you those in a moment or two. Basically just looking around the box. It is a big box, but it is big money. You're looking at around about £100 for this kit. For a 148 kit, that's big money. When you think like the 148 Tomcat from Tamiya, it's about £75. So this is £25 more than that, and I hear a lot of people complaining that oh yeah, it's a fantastic kit, but the price of the kit is absolutely horrendous. Now, I literally received this morning. I haven't looked in the box. I was a bit disappointed with the way it came. The outer box was damaged, and I see I've got a cut in one of the corners. But I haven't opened it. I'll see it for the first time, as you do, as always. So first things first, we'll start going around the box and then have a look inside it. As I said, I know a little bit about these, not a great deal. My cousin was part of the Special Operations Group at Mildenhall. I know what he told me about them. I'm not going to repeat it on here, but I'm going to see if I can build one out of Mildenhall using this. Whether I do or not, I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, okay, so we're looking at the Hobby Boss MV-22 Osprey, which is the marine variant. Okay, 148 scale, ages 14 plus, so just about there. Detailed kit for adult collectors to assemble. Actual model may vary from image on box. So they're saying that these are for adults. That's a new one. It's supposed to be a children's toy when I was a kid. But there you go. Right, okay, so round the box, we've got, let me just make sure you can see this, the light reflecting. So we've got some nice CAD work showing the bits and pieces inside, and the detail we'll have inside the actual Osprey itself, which looks nice. Your kit number is 81769 there. Because this is such a big box, the lights are getting everywhere. On the other side of the box, it's giving you your decal call out, or sorry, what we're looking at. You know how the model's supposed to look when she's finished. Let me just put you there. I do like the way that sits, I must admit. So we've got some photo edge parts and some a good decal sheet, which looks like just one aircraft. Yep, just one aircraft can be made. So 6483 is the only aircraft you can make. I might try and get a decal sheet for the SLG group, but we'll see if we can get one. So we obviously got decals for seat belts, and they look a bit blah blah, but we'll see how we get on with those. Okay, the other end, the same as the other. So we'll spin it around. Sorry if you can hear Dudley in the background. So, right, let's open the box. This is loose because if we look just there, that was ripped when it arrived, which is a shame. There you go. Okay. Right, so we have individually bagged screws, which is a nice touch. Looking absolutely fantastic. So we'll just take all those out. I'm going to put these in the top of the box to begin with. Now we'll take all these out. Here we got here we have, not here we got. That's Norfolk coming out for me. Norfolk, I'm proud. Norfolk, I'm proud. So, we have our instructions, blurb, what's coming out. Even got the MV-22 on here, look. So, that's that new tool, 100% new tooling. Let's just see if it's worth the money. That can go straight in the doddery bin. Our Deckle Sheet, we'll keep, and our PE, we'll keep those for a little later. We've got our beautiful colour call-out sheet, one-sided, one aircraft. That's all you're going to be able to make from this kit, which is a shame. You'd have thought with the cost of this kit, the decals can't be that expensive to build, to make. I mean, we make our own, don't we? Sometimes. So they're not that expensive, but to give you one version is a little bit iffy, if you ask me. But never mind, what do I know? Put that down there. Okay, so we have our instruction manual, and I'll bring it in just a little bit so you can see. We're doing right, so we've got our usual bits and pieces. You're going to need weight in the front by the looks of it, and it tells you to repair things as well, which on a brand new kit is a bit iffy if you ask me. Okay, right, so the first page we get our call out. Now, just lately, most of the companies have updated their instruction manuals to be glossy finished. These are just standard cheap and nasty A4 sheets, which does the job, but it would have been nice to have a decent colour part call out, what have you. Okay, right, so we have our sprue call outs on the first page with our photo etch and our deckle sheet. We go straight into it, making up the seats, 3-4 piece seats with a harness, which is fine, no one's going to really see inside there. And then we go to decals. Okay, it looks like there's detail on there, but they're decided to put deckle sheet on, which is fair enough. Let's say it's not good, you're not going to see much of it, but as modelers we like to do it as it is. Okay, so we go to the cockpit, the seats go down to the cockpit bay. You've got your foot pedals going in, different bits and bobs going inside the cockpit, building that up. That's actually on the rear of the cockpit, and looking good, all going in. Even got clamps for the exhaust extinguishers, bits for the doors, everything looking nice. Oh, bring it up a bit, let that in there. I've got to take it out just that little bit, that's it. Okay, then you've got the front wheel well going in. Obviously you won't put these on until later. Hopefully when I build this I'll be able to check to make sure everything's going down. Then you get your side wheels, excuse me, which seems very early to put these on. There may be a reason, I have no idea. Personally I would just put these on before you put the gear down. Put the wells basically into the body and then carry on from there, excuse me. So you've got left, right, details going on, then they slide into the body. That's different. Okay, that'll work. Then you've got the body shells and the crew cab, crew area. We're all looking along there, looking really nice, just detail work going on. There's not a lot inside the rear. It's basically a helicopter which can take off and land like a helicopter, or it can use a runway, so there's no difference really. It's like a massive great helicopter. Right, you come back, you're starting to build your ramp and getting everything in. They do like their extinguishers in the USAF by the looks of it, or the Marines. All good. So your rear door going on, your cargo door, personnel door, whatever you want to call it, going on. Bits of glazing going in, more decals, the front going together, cockpit going in, looking nice, all going together. There we go. Right, so we've got the two pieces on the outside, and this is actually a built-in shell, so that slides in before you put the two together. You've also got your canopy going on, your nacelles going on. So presumably they're fuel nacelles. This does fly a long, long way before refueling. Small decals going on in the overhead panels on the windscreen, so that's good. Your tail together, going together nicely. Big tail on this, you will need weight on a lot of it. All the bits and bobs, aerials, the in-flight refueling going on, getting it all ready, and then they start to build the engines for each side. These will be in pods, so that's not a problem. There will be no engine, it's just pods. The pods go together. You put the propellers on the front and the blades. Again, the blades all going together, all looking good. You can have these an option for closed propellers, which is fantastic if you want to have it looking at you, you know, sitting down with the pods forward, the wings forward, or the pods forward because the wings don't move, but the pods forward, and the props in an upright position. Well, I would have it so that they're there just about pointing as if they would be to taxiing. That's how I'd do it. But that's what you got there. It saves on space. This is a big aircraft, no matter how you look at it. All going together. That's showing you how to do them open, so that they're there and they're set in place, not a problem. And there you go, it's when they're closed and you can store them, ideal for shipping obviously. The flaps going on, the rear flaps, slats at the front, flaps at the back, going on again. Medium grey green going in there, what's that for? That is where they join together across, yeah, very nice. And then you've got the pods going on with the propellers going on at the end, but obviously you put the pods on with the propellers on just to keep, there you go. Then eventually it sits on, and oh, that is a brilliant idea. Didn't know this was going to happen. Let me bring you in and have a good look at this. There you go, just about there. This doesn't need to be glued on, it turns. So that is, with the props in the closed position, you're going to save so much room, and it'll make a great display, to be honest, doing it like that. That's going to look really good. Yep, impressed so far. Doesn't seem to be a lot of plastic for your money here so far, but who knows. Right, so as I said, each sprue is individually bagged. I presume that's the glazing. So here we have the outside of our model. Now let me take it out and have a look at this. Just there, do nicely. There you go. You can see she's quite big, so she's going to be 14 inches long. Does that say? Don't know what size of that post at this point, but I will have a look. It looks very, very good. No problem at all. Just that's a bit better. Bit better on the weight balance, I think. Anyway, there you go. She looks really nice. The detail work looks good. Lots of rivets for you lot to count. Not that I will be, but she's lovely. A bit of a soft mould, but there you go. What do you expect? It looks good. The inside's devoid of any detail, literally, because you're going to fill it up. So that looks really nice. Loads of nice detail. I hope you pick that up if I turn it around just to catch the light. There you go. Just like that. The detail is absolutely lovely, and it feels very solid. It doesn't feel like airfix plastic. It feels more along the side lines of Myers, harder plastic. Right, so this is the monocoque that goes inside. Again, a very nice sprue, this one, and looking good. And you've got the engine pods here, again very highly detailed. softly detailed, I will admit. They're not deep. If you're going to put a wash in that, they will take a wash, but it's going to be a bit of a pain to get the wash off without taking it out of the areas. We'll see how it comes together. It does look really nice. On the inside there is some detail here. The ribbon, again, heavily done, but not too bad. Nothing we can't get away with. Scale wise, if you think that scale will be 48 times that width, whoops, which is going to be what, 48 times? It's quite thick. Oh well, but there you go, we'll have to see. That's looking good anyway so far. Right, that one looks nice. There you go, into the pit, the cockpit area, and everything that goes on with that. Again, a lot of small parts. Always check your bags when you empty them, make sure nothing's come off the sprue. Bit of flash on this piece, which I'm a bit surprised about. But again, detail looks good. You're not going to see too much in the cockpit, but it'd be nice to detail that a bit better. It is what it is. It's quite a nice kit so far. The seats, basic. You do put a cushion in there. Lots of odd bits and pieces. The nacelles for the fuel and the wheels looking good. I'm just trying to get in there. Yep, that looks nice. Cockpit, like I said, detailed. Lots of detail to go in there. Plenty to build up on. We use scratch builders. Next up is our wings, which we've just discovered that in looking at what we were doing, that these are going to be able to move around. Bit of fluff on there. Well, a bit more detail than could have been done, but what do you do? They do look nice. Again, very softly. I'm not going to say they're deeply moulded. They're not your Hobby Boss kind of moulding. They're more, how can I put it? They're not Tamiya. It's a very fine mould, if you like. It's not the best, but it hopefully will take a wash. I've not seen one of these built yet. Not looked around. I tend to make my own decisions. Hopefully they'll be okay, but the detail's good and should come up nicely. Right, we've got a big bag full of props. This is the only bag that's got double in it, so really make sure that that bag is empty. Put one of these away because you only need one. It is double. Okay, your props. You've got a set of props for closed and a set of props for open. Very nicely done. I do like the way they're done. So these will literally put on the top here to create the prop. Like that idea very, very much. Everything. The one thing I will say, it does feel a little bit like they're skimped. With the price point that it is, it seems they're skimped on the moulds just that little bit. Right, here we go. Looking around. Right, we have a defect in the mould just there. It's a bend. It's not so much a defect, it's just it looks like a stress mark, but we can cope. And again, these are for your folded areas. Very, very nicely done. Not as detailed as the other ones, but you won't see these because they'll be folded up. So again, quite nice. Very nicely done. Right, now here's the tail. Right, there we go. Ooh, I do like the detail on these. make them look a little bit used and abused, like they should be, and fantastic. And I see what Hobby Boss has done, and I didn't pick this up earlier, but they have moulded it with the tabs, so you just take the tabs off, fit gently sand, fit it, gently sand, and get them correct. Excuse me. Very nice. The detail on these is exquisite on this bit. A lot better than some of the other parts of it. But there you go. Very nice. Very nice. So, we're on to the clear parts, which I presume that's what these are in here, which Hobby Boss have known to be absolutely fantastic at. A bit disappointed, you saw that, I didn't touch it. Disappointed that this has come away and is awfully moulded. These are just basic windows and recognition lights, which will be fine, but this is big. Now I will say I did jump the gun a little bit, because the actual clear parts where you need them perfectly clear is very good. Let's get that to focus. Come on, focus. A bit more. There you go. Right. You can see my hand through the windscreens with no movement of the lines of my hands and my age. I'm getting old. Same at the top where you should see through, and the sides is the same. Not too bad, although there is stress across the top, but I don't think that's to be seen without looking at the actual model. A lot of these are pretty good. I think that bit is solid, so it shouldn't matter. I hope it is, because that's horrible. As in horrible, as in wavy. But there you go. Right, let's pull this out a little bit more. Put that to one side. I'm just going to wrap these up. The last thing I want to do with this is to have that scratched. So protect that straight away. Put that in the bag. If I can get it in the bag, he says. It's like a puzzle. They always come out of the bag, but I'll never fit back in there. Yeah, it looks good. Anyway, right. So we have a small piece of photo etch. Just the basics, let's say. Come in, there you go, you've got your seat belts, bit of engine work, I believe it's engine work, and that's basically it. A couple of bits of plates that'll fit on somewhere, and that's your lot. So a small bit of PA, and we come to our decals. Now what we got here? Now taking these off. Right, so we have, let's get these into view. We have one machine on the Deckle Sheet. That's probably the biggest letdown of this kit so far. Obviously you can buy Deckle Sheets from places like Hannant's, but it's a bit of a letdown. It looks to be printed well, very thinly printed. There's no sign of who printed them. So they are quite glossy, which isn't always a good thing. I like my decals to be satin, but they'll work. They're not thick, they're quite thin. They'll go down lovely with a bit of microsolid set, as I recommend, and I think that's good. Right, so final thoughts. Okay, this is a £100 kit. Let's take this up. This is about £100 kit. Would I spend £100 normally on it? To get a good kit of this, yeah, I probably would. Do I need to? No. With a bit of work, the Untitled one is as detailed. Not as good, it's very much older, 10 years older. But this seems to be good. I'm going to build it. I've got the Draken, a Hawk, and the BF-110 to finish first, or well, finish one of them first. It's Deckle Day on the Draken's afternoon. But yeah, first impression's very good. My only problem is the cost. I think it's way over the top for the size of the kit. For a 148 kit, you need to be under the £70 mark, or do a kit that's worth the £100 you're going to pay for it. There's no figures. There's a bit of PE which is probably cost 10 pence to make, and then it's plastic. You're paying for the new tooling, but hey ho, we've got ourselves a decent MV-22 Osprey marine variant. I'm going to build it, as I said, and we'll talk about that when I build it. Okay, well, thanks for watching. There should be some more on the BF-110 going up very shortly. As for now, let's get this put away and get on to something else. Thank you.